Like, what would you say is your favorite genre in film?
Favorite genre? It's kind of a niche one. I'd say like drama is my favorite, but then that can encompass so many different genres. But
yeah,
I like I like true stories. I find that quite fascinating. Something that's based on a true story. I'd say thrillers as well. But like, for example, one of my favorite films of all time is The Social Network.
Oh yeah,
which is very very dialogue heavy, very much a social drama.
That's probably your all-time favorite.
Yeah,
film.
for sure. Those are the films I enjoy. You know, just about the human dynamics, human relationships. So I'd say that's probably my top genre.
Aaron Sorkin was a writer. Like the dialogue was.
Oh my god.
The guy who did like The West Wing or whatever.
Yeah, like Social Network. Don't get me started on that.
So you kind of like that. I mean, I'd say my favorite probably overall, or the one that I'm most intrigued by, the one that I think generally speaking is the hardest thing to get right. Would be horror films.
Oh, without a doubt. I mean, like one that we both hated was The Babadook. I do not get it. I do not get why it's so highly rated.
100% people disagree with that. Yeah. The Babadook was actually extremely high rated. There was a lot of people that actually quite respected critical reviewers who actually came out and said, wow, this is really, the genre coming back into form. Just it was so unique the way they didn't show like the creature and the Babadook and all that stuff. I thought it was such a dog shit film, The Babadook. Yeah. It was such a shit horror film. And to be fair, like horror is a hard genre to get right because it's kind of like, it's trying to trigger quite a prehistoric emotion within you. Like with drama, you can be engaged on a certain level. Everyone's engaged. In comedy, everyone's got their own sense of humor. But with horror, it's that's a difficult thing to pull off because some people can find something really fucking scary. Like I remember when we watched like Annabelle. I watched it with one of my friends.
Oh yeah.
And he was like, "Wow, that was really scary. Like I was on the edge of my seat." And I was like, "That was terrible. That was so bad." I sometimes feel like our knowledge when it went about like filmmaking and stuff like that, it kind of inhibits our reaction to things because you just think, oh yeah, well, a jump scare's coming in 3, 2, 1.
Yeah,
I can totally predict that.
Yeah,
and it's with horror films, I just feel like you can notice the formula in the filmmaking more than any other thing. And for me, it's just like it's not like I'm against jump scares, but you can totally predict when a jump scare is going to come. Like jump scares, sometimes jump scares can be incredible, but yeah, there are very few horror films that I think have actually genuinely made me scared and played on my mind to a point where I'm like, in the night, I'm thinking about it and I'm trying not to sleep. And that's what I love. I love that feeling of just being scared out of your mind.
Yeah.
And the fact that a film can make you feel like that, like it's just it's kind of incredible to me.
Well, I think the horror that hits me the most is not so much if it scares the living shit out of me. It's more if it depresses the fuck out of me, like it just leaves me with that feeling of emptiness. Yeah, that's the stuff that gets to me.
Yeah, like a feeling of like maybe just like a
dread, complete dread. Yeah, which is what a lot of A24 films do. I mean, like Ari Aster, Robert Eggers. Yeah, not scared by it, but I'm left with like, what the fuck just happened?
Yeah, The Lighthouse is a good example.
Oh yeah, by
Robert Eggers. Yeah. Yeah, that was. I don't even know what I would call that film. I also like films that don't really, it's more like in the bracket of a certain genre. Like that's a drama, thriller.
I'd say it's surrealist.
Surrealist.
Yeah,
kind
definitely
of thing.
more surrealist.
Yeah. Are you a fan of surrealist films?
Oh yeah, no, I love surrealist films.
Yeah, like Charlie Kaufman, that sort of thing.
Yeah, although with Charlie Kaufman, I'm kind of like, and this is a kind of a hot take. I'm kind of like. So on Being John Malkovich. I don't know if you've seen it.
No, I haven't. No.
Yeah.
No. I've heard a lot about it.
It was like it was his first like big film, like a surrealist black comedy. I do like it, but it's kind of one where I just have no desire to watch it again. Yeah. I can appreciate it more than I enjoy it. So
was it just like extremely surrealist?
Very surrealist, which might turn people off, but also again very depressing ending, which I can enjoy that, but it's a bit too depressing where I don't have the desire to like go back and watch it.
Do you like gore horror films?
I don't mind gore. I'm kind of like I'm like 50-50. 50-50. Don't hate it, but like don't love it. But I mean, I think the funniest thing we've watched is Terrifier.
Oh, Terrifier!
Like, fucking hell!
I unironically think Terrifier is actually pretty decent.
I mean, I respect that director. He's created his own weird little universe that people are somehow giving him money to make.
So how many are there now? There's like three. Right?
And like he's building like apparently he has a whole plan in mind, which is probably probably complete bullshit now that it's become successful.
I just love how you can like you can show it to your kid and be like, oh, this is a Christmas.
Oh, this is
film.
fun. This is
just halfway through.
Yeah.
Like I love like the graphic side of it. Like,
oh my god, no!
So fucking violent.
That scene in the third one where he like kills the. Is he shitting on the toilet?
Yeah.
Kills in the bathroom.
He,
like
chops
fucking.
this
That was the most.
He chops the guy's dick off.
Like the most over the top thing I've ever seen. Like so unnecessary, but I'm kind of like, oh well, you know.
And it's like, what do you want?
Exactly. Like use your budget, you know.
But the only thing is the acting's just bad. That's the only thing with those Terrifier films. Like if they were actually genuinely good acting and I cared more about the characters, then it would be even more horrific when like I saw him got like the dick chopped off by a fucking chainsaw. But yeah, no, like I don't know, like to be fair, I still haven't seen Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Oh really? No, the original's like
is it good?
Amazing. Oh, masterpiece.
Yeah. So you've definitely I'd say you've seen more films than me. I'm a massive rewatcher as well. I'm one that like if I enjoy a film, I will go back to it fucking many times. A bit like an insane person, and just go back to it and enjoy it. Like there's some people that are just like, oh, once I've seen a film, why would I watch it again? And I'm just like, what? That's the enjoyment of a good like. If you enjoy a film, why would you want to experience it again? It's like a song. It's like you wouldn't just listen to a song one time and then never.
Exactly.
Never
you know, if it makes you happy, then you can go back to it.
What's a film that you rewatch often?
Rewatch often. It's weirdly, it's not one of my like all-time favorites because I don't usually like do lists like related to genre. But Team America, man, I think Team America is one of the greatest like comedies ever made. Matt Parker, Trey Stone, fucking geniuses. They were cooking, we just didn't know it. It's fucking fantastic, and it really hits home now, especially like in the age of social media and influencers and how like they feel as if they're like the appointed experts on certain issues because the whole thing is like you have the Film Actors Guild and the abbreviation can't repeat on here because I'd probably in this video get demonetized if we're gonna get monetized from this. But it's just like, and Alec Baldwin and all of them, they appoint themselves as like, we're going to change the world. We care about global politics, and it's just it gets so much better every time I watch it. And it's the perfect blend of like very very smart humor and like political satire, social commentary. There's a lot going on, but then also like really dumb, stupid humor. And that's like going back to what I said at the beginning. Like I can enjoy shit. I like the Social Network. I like my very deep, intellectual thrillers. But I can enjoy Team America. I can enjoy Ted.
Team America.
There are some fucking seasons in Team America that are so like kind of stupid and adolescent and dumb. But
Team America is amazing.
I fucking love it. Like the
comedy in it.
The scene where he goes into the pub and he's like
vomiting.
Oh, it's so fucking good.
And it just keeps going.
I love it.
When is it going to end? Or like the sex scene where she shits on his face and stuff like that. And he pisses on her. It's so funny.
Yeah.
And like even just the way that the little things just walk around, their legs move and stuff. But it's great. I don't like. It's one of those films I thought they would have done a sequel to. I thought they would have done another one.
But they didn't because apparently they were so fucking miserable making it. Because it's tough, really? Like they with marionettes.
Yeah.
The guys literally said, "Oh yeah, we're never gonna make another puppet movie." It was
it's just too hard.
It was way too hard on them.
Man, I can imagine that. I can imagine that.
But like, I think that is one I go back to like a lot.
Yeah. Just for the laughs.
Yeah. How about you?
A film that I go back to a lot. I go back to Tarantino films a lot, just because I think they're great. I just think they're such a good time. I always feel like every time I put on a Tarantino movie, it's a good day. Like I'm just having a great time. You just sit back, have a drink, or just chill out, watch it with friends. And what I find with Tarantino films, I don't want to overly praise Tarantino because I feel like it's kind of like a moot point. Everyone loves Tarantino. Well, not everyone, but like some people don't like the violence and stuff like that and the overly long dialogue. But I just think, man, that's exactly what he's so good for. Because it's not like, when you watch his films, it's not like they are overly violent. A lot of them are quite, especially when it comes to Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, it's quite reined in. And
I would say Kill Bill and Django, pretty brutal. They're the most violent.
But the dialogue, I would say, is the driving force. to his films.
I mean, I think especially something like Hollywood. Like, my favorite is Inglourious Basterds, but Hollywood just gets better and better.
Yeah, every time I watch it.
Oh my god! Oh man!
What I find with his films as well is that
so much
I'll put on like Django Unchained or something, and I'll be like, yeah, nah, this is my favorite. And then I'll put on Inglourious Basterds, and I'll be like, yeah, nah, this is my favorite. And I'll put on Hollywood, and I'll be like, yeah, this. Like every single time I watch his film, I'm just like, I actually cannot think of my favorite Tarantino film because I just think they're all fantastic. I'd say probably my least favorite is what's it called? Death Proof.
Right, I haven't actually seen Death Proof.
Have you not?
Or Jackie Brown. Still need to watch that.
Yeah. So when it comes to like critics, they say that Jackie Brown is like the best written film of all of his.
Okay,
it's obviously not as well known and stuff, but and obviously people say that he's got issues with kind of like pacing and things are overly long, especially when it comes to like Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, which I understand that, but I mean,
the only time I've ever really had a problem with that, and it doesn't even detract from the film, is Hateful Eight. That's one where I get the criticism. It is long.
It's like
slow.
3 hours long.
Yeah.
And a lot of it is just in that one cabin. Like that one cabin.
I mean, with amazing dialogue, but like I understand why people will be like, okay, some of it isn't driving the plot forward. It's just like, okay, here, he had a cool line.
It depends what you think about indulgence in directing. Like if you think that an indulgent director, you think that like indulgence automatically means that something's bad. Like I quite enjoy watching a director just be overly indulgent.
Oh my god, yeah.
You know when when he has all these little references to old films. And he just like exaggerates. You know, he really stretches out these long, tense scenes and stuff. Like that's what makes a Tarantino film a Tarantino film.
Because he's just doing what he wants to do. You know, and like this is the shit he enjoys.
Yeah.
He's got to a place in his career where he's earned the right to do that. Like Hollywood, of course he can make this 3 hour long like kind of recollection, because that's what it is. It's like a memory.
Yeah,
the whole thing's a memory.
The whole movie is just a vibe.
Really, it's like if you ask Tarantino, how do you feel about your childhood? What do you think about the industry? If you were to dream about that, that's the film basically. It really is.
It's just like
but I love that. But then also we're coming from a place where we're like we're big film fans.
Yeah, exactly.
We just go crazy for this shit, and someone who isn't, they might be like, okay, why the fuck is like...
I think when Hollywood first came out, they thought it was more about that family. What's it called? The Manson family. They thought it was going to be more focused on that. So I think when they came into cinema, they had certain expectations, and then they watched it at home again. They gave it a rewatch, and they kind of understood it more. And that's what I think about his films. Like, obviously, the last sequence is just insanely violent, but like he's quite reined in there, and he shows a lot of
it's his. A lot of people have like described it as his most mature film.
Yeah, I think he said he's like it's my favorite film. Hollywood's
fair, valid, completely valid.
Death Proof was his least favorite film, which I understand.
But it's interesting you say that Jackie Brown is like, they say it's one of his best written, because that's actually the only thing that he's adapted. Yeah, because it's like it's not an original screenplay. Like he wrote it, but it's based off a book. So
exactly.